Singh Boparai, some of the arguments in the Congress's press release are rank juvenile, and I explain to you why. The Congress press release says, whereas each Predator Reaper drone from General Atomics will cost 812 crores, India can make these drones at 10-20% of the cost. What are you saying? We don't have the technology to make these drones. It's not maybe 15-20 years later we will, but God alone knows what China has done by then. We need these drones now. How do you think India can make these drones at 10-20% cost?
Well, you're missing the woods for the trees, Mr. Kanwar.
What are the woods and what are the trees?
I find nothing juvenile. Number one, we are
Sir, do you think DRDO, one second, Adil Singh Boparai, do you think the DRDO can tomorrow provide the Indian Army a system comparable to the Predator drone?
Number one, we are not dealing with two individuals going to the market and purchasing something.
So you're making this argument, sir, in your press release, page 3, para 1, you say India can make this, DRDO can develop the same in just 10-20% of the cost. The whole reason we have to buy the GEF 414 deal is because for 30 years we couldn't make the Kaveri engine.
Mr. Kanwar, the length of your question is more than my answer. So please give me some adequate time. This government has infused 1,700 crore rupees this financial year for modernization of the drone program to the DRDO. Does that mean that money is gone down the drain?
No, it's not. Let me explain. They are building the MALE, which is the medium altitude long endurance Rustum. They are building the Ghatak, which is a stealthy autonomous unmanned combat aircraft vehicle. You just heard, we don't have a long range unmanned aerial vehicle of this kind.
So if I take cue from what you're saying, let's throw the processes out of the window. Let's throw the IRFP out of the window. Let's throw the tender process out of the window. And let's go purchase it from the highest, somebody who's selling it to us at the highest rate. Is that
Abhijit Iyer, the Congress press release says the DRDO can make this drone for 10-20% of the cost. What do you want to say to Abhijit? What do you want to say to others? Sir, your press release says it. Whether you say it or not, sir. So whether you say it or not, your press release is saying the DRDO can make this for 10-20% of the cost. That's ridiculous.
Every country which has purchased this drone has purchased it at 4 times the rate. I wonder what weapons...
Abhijit Iyer, the Congress thinks that DRDO can make this for 10-20% of the cost. Abhijit Iyer.
Right. Rahul, do you know when the first flight of the Rustum drone was? The Rustum was meant to be our equivalent. It has been in development since 2009. Since 2009.
What's the status right now?
It has been in development. It is still in development.
It's not ready? Do we?
It's still not ready.
Can we buy it? Can the Air Force, Navy, Army buy it or not?
Obviously not. Obviously not. I mean, you can't buy a prototype. Right. Has your first operational squadron of LCA come online, of the Tejas come online? How long have we been developing it? Since 1986 or something like that? What happened to the Kaveri engine? You know, I find it really scary that, you know, the gentleman said that it's the elephant in the room, that nobody's addressing prices and things. Did I not explain the prices? I'm sorry, was I talking about butterflies and bees before? Did I not explain what are the equipment that's going into it and the pricing of the payload and what we know from public sources about what is going into this particular system? You tell me, when has the DRDO actually delivered on their promises so far? The missile program is an absolute success, yes, because it comes directly, it comes under nuclear specific programs and it comes directly under the PMO. But you tell me all things that don't come under the PMO, what is the delivery rate been? I really want our panel to Google the Rustum drone right now.
Colonel Shukla, the Congress press release says DRDO can develop these same drones for 10-20% of the cost. What do you want to tell Adil Singh Boparai and those who think that this is possible?
There are two aspects, remember. The cost is just one aspect. The time frame is the second aspect. So the drone would have to be developed by the DRDO, both in a sort of specified time frame and at a specified cost. Now, I would just draw to the attention of your viewers the fact that the government, the same government that we're sort of elected, BJP, has given a list of 309 systems, which the import of which will not be allowed on subsequent years dating from now till 2025. And therefore, if the drone is not to be imported beyond after 31st December 2024, then it is the government itself which has put the weight of its authority behind this, and the government itself that is saying the DRDO is perfectly capable of making a drone, and therefore we are relying on it. Now, we can engage in DRDO bashing in every television program in this country. It's a national sport in some ways after cricket. But the fact is that the government itself has thrown its weight behind it with the Atmanirbhar campaign, with the IDX initiative, and the government itself is saying that we will withdraw, we will buy drones only up to 31st December 2024. I'm giving an example. And after that, we will import it. After that, we will make it ourselves. Now, remember, when the government pushes through a contract like this, what the government is really saying is that there's this cutoff line of 2025 or 2026, whatever it is. We will not be able to buy it from abroad after that. So let's buy it quickly now, because we will be stuck with what we have, and with the DRDO's capabilities, such as they are, to build new drones. So it is extremely important to read between the lines. The Congress is saying, instead of taking advantage to accuse the BJP, but the BJP has not been above board either. They are